Good afternoon, it's Greg Nadjiwon. I'm here with a weekly update on where we're at in regards to going forward with the COVID initiative. And this week we are doing our video from the community garden. This building that we're recording in, it was built to allow the seniors a place to come in the fall to enjoy the benefits of our sowing of plants and during harvest time. So things are moving along. We've done very well in having no positive cases for the last 4 months in the community, and we're at a point now where we're gradually going to reopen and lessening of restrictions. Mind you, the monitoring will continue on an ongoing basis until further notice. Their job is going to become a little more trickier as we open because of the number of people that will be allowed into the community that haven't been allowed in over the last 4 months. We have had our park supervisor do regulations about a soft opening, and that will he is going to open to seasonal campers on June the 24th, which is actually about a week away. Along with the reopening to seasonal campers, the governance is going to allow our cottagers to come back into the community beginning on July the 1st. And there will also be regulations and parameters of what these cottagers will be allowed to do on their return to the community. Those guidelines have been put together by our lands manager, and both the regulations of the seasonal campers and the cottagers will be included in our monthly communication. While this COVID has been going on since a month ago, we've had a couple of councillors spearhead the planting of vegetables and herbs in our garden, and I will be introducing them. It'll be Councillor Carolynn Wright and Councillor Greg Nadjiwon who will be speaking to the initiatives that they've been involved with over the last few months.
This is our community garden. What we have planted is we have a variety of herbs, peppers, all kinds of peppers, and some thyme, dill, oregano, cilantro, basil, parsley, and that's about it for the herbs. So for the vegetable garden, we have a variety of tomatoes. We have cabbage, Brussels sprouts, more peppers, broccoli, potatoes, onions, carrots, all kinds of squashes, peas, beans, a ton of stuff. We also have rhubarb. So back in May, it was discussed around the table that we would like to do some seedlings. So Sydney, he actually put together and there was another episode with Sydney in the garden. That's what it started with, and then we just started purchasing the tomato plants and the herbs and whatever we can get our hands on, because it was a little tough to get some of the things. So whenever we'd happen across them, we'd purchase them, and then we'd just put a call out. Any volunteers are more than welcome to come and help us plant. Usually it happened the day of, or it's like, I got these, let's go put them in the ground. And then, yeah, so we are still adding on. And we still would love some volunteers. Even if you just happen by, you could weed whatever you find growing where it's not supposed to be, or help water. It takes about 2 hours per night to water the whole garden. So yeah, it's a big job for one person, but with many hands it would be a lot lighter, and most grateful. Here's a perfect example of a sucker. You want to get the two main branches. This in here is a sucker. We don't want that. That will take most of the energy away from the tomato itself. So we just want to pick those so that we'll get nice big tomatoes growing on our plants. And that's it for that one. Growing things connects people to the land. There's nothing like digging your hands in the earth, putting something in there, and for that to see it grow, and you take care of it, and then nourish your body with what you've grown is just an awesome thing. Tastes better too.
The community garden's doing quite well. We've had some ups and downs with cold weather, hot weather, and some of the plants are not doing as well as they could be due to this changing weather, and I think it speaks to climate change. But all in all, it's doing quite well, and come fall we're expecting a half-decent crop of pretty much everything. We started in sometime in May. I'm not even sure what date we started, but we started out buying plants that were about 2 inches tall, and I would say a lot of them are a foot high now, or getting close to it. So having taken some already plants and transplanting them in has increased our chances of having a decent garden this year. There wasn't a lot of different plants could be bought in, but what we couldn't buy, we ended up buying extra of the same thing just to get plants into the ground. So we actually have about 5 rows of eggplant, just because it was something that we could get a lot of, and we have a lot of tomato plants because of being able to get a lot of them. So started back in 2015, 2016, we started the mushroom project, and the mushroom project is still going. It's alive and well, and we're going to take a look at what is growing there right now. Looking at here is the mushrooms growing, and all the little nodules that you see on this log here, those are all mushrooms that are started, and they will take probably a week to week and a half to get to a size like this here. That's about half grown there now, and once it about doubles its size, we're going to harvest them. So they are coming along. It's taken a little bit since the logs have been stood up. They need to be watered either daily or every second day to keep a bit of moisture on the logs. They need to be shaded because they don't produce in the direct sun. But I think we're going to have a half-decent crop of mushrooms from the logs this year. The community garden is really important due to nutrition. So a lot of the vegetables, fruit and vegetables that you're going to get in the store today are lacking immensely in nutrition. So when we take it back to our own ground and grow things in our own soil, we can increase that nutrition greatly. So we've been doing it through not only planting the garden, but the shiitake mushroom project and the microgreen project. So with a combination of all three, we're going to have much better nutrition than most people anywhere in our territory.
I do know that the anxiety level goes from 0 to 90 in the community, but we want to assure you that everything to this point is good. We intend to keep community updated on a weekly and bi-weekly basis. Our food bank will still maintain the 2-day dispensing of food stuff and other resources to the community, that being on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I would be amiss not to mention the many events that are being put on tomorrow, Solidarity Day / Aboriginal Day, by all our programs. It's an opportunity during these trying times to visit all the sites in the community. There's many events going on. There's going to be contests of best decorated houses, of vehicles. There's going to be opportunity to listen to the singing, the drumming that is going to occur at the health center, the many giveaways that are going to happen in the community for our membership. So we ask everybody who have been in so much isolation over the past few months to take the time to drive around the community and participate in these events. So this is just a short update. Glad that everyone's staying healthy. Glad that our community members have been willing to sacrifice staying at home during these times. And we, over the next few months, hope to welcome you back, hopefully to some enjoyable summer weather. Miigwech, till the next time, I'm signing off. Chief Greg Nadjiwon.